Hi. So here I am actually drawing some Sanrio fan art for Kuromi and My Melody. They are gajinkas, which means they are humanized versions of a very simplified cartoon character, essentially. A lot of people will do it Pokemon, and they're really cute. And I would love to do it Pokemon, but I feel like I've lost a lot of my imagination throughout the years, and I need to gain that back. But this doing Kuromi My Melody, I feel like gives me enough inspiration, and it's a vibe because honestly, they both encapsulate both sides of my energy, and I love them. Um, so this is actually a redraw. I drew this left piece in 2021, I believe, right after I got out of college, and that was like 4 years ago. So I've learned a lot since then, and it's not that I don't like this first piece, it's that there's a lot of things that I can do better now. And at the time, this was like, absolutely loved it so much, but now it's like, okay, this was great for the time, but now I can do better. I can do better. So I'm just gonna scooch a little bit. I think that's fine. I don't want to completely leave you guys by going into the abyss. Um, but yeah, some of the things I didn't like about this first drawing. One, the eyebrows are horrendous. They are so bad. They don't have like a straight point near the middle. They're just curvy. They're just like little worms essentially, and I hate them so much. Um, that's probably like my most least favorite thing about these. Um, what else? The noses. Do not like the noses. This is when I first started drawing noses like that, I believe. Which, I love drawing noses like this. I still do it like this, but not as flat, and it's just not drawn nice. And I realize that the character I'm using right now, the VTuber, to talk, their nose isn't great either. It's not a great time to be explaining this. I think I fixed. I don't remember how I did their noses in this drawing. I believe I did it. Oh yeah, there it goes. I mean, I forgot to record, and then it skips to see where the nose is. That was perfect timing. But also, her nose does not look great there either. But it looks better. I feel like it just looks like I used a weird warp deformer on their nose in the first drawing, and I didn't like that. Another thing that is very visible that I changed that you can see from the first and the second drawing is the mouth of my melody. There's a little bump that I do in the middle of the lips, and I feel like that adds a lot of dimension and shape where the lips are going. So that's pretty cool. Um, what else didn't I like about this? I really liked Kuromi's hand when I first did it, but I'm seeing there's a finger that isn't peeking through that should be peeking through at the bottom. Um, my melody's dress, the shading does not work for it at all. Like, it could work on the top piece, but not the bottom piece. And the thing is that I don't shade like this anymore. Like, I sell shade now. I don't do this type of shading where you're blending it all in. And that is just how I've shaded previously. And it looks kind of cool in this, but there are parts where it looks really stupid, like the hair and my Melody's dress, and it doesn't fit everywhere. It fits in some places, and that's fine, but I much prefer shell shading because it's more of like a cartoony stylistic shape, and it can kind of work for everything. You can make it work for everything. So that is probably one of the biggest changes with my art is that now I'm cell shading. Um, a few other things I'm looking at, that bow on my melody should be above the color, but I'm not redrawing all these small little specific things. The main thing is just overall, I wanted to change a lot. I wanted there to be more details on the clothing, and I did that. I changed up the clothing to be more detailed. I really do like Kuromi's um jumpsuit, like the Harley Quinn type vibes on the first one, like the it's a Jester, I believe. That bodysuit, love it, but it's just not enough things going on with it. And so I tried putting more things on it in the next one. And with my melody, I don't know. I wanted the dynamic of where one's wearing a dress and one's not, and that's usually something I try to focus on for no reason in my art because I think it creates a better dynamic. So, I did that. But yeah, I do love this so much better. I'm looking at the eyelashes on the first one compared to the second one, and I love the big, thick, bulky eyelashes much better. It's great. Yeah. I think that's mainly most of what I disliked. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that was really big. The gloss in the eyes, not big on that. Pupils for eyes? Um, I don't do those anymore. I just stopped. I don't know why. I just they look so bad whenever I draw them, so I just don't do them or I forget about them. So, I know I need to add them for like um so it looks right. So I kind of just look like dead and soulless in my VTuber, and most of my other drawings just look dead and soulless because they don't have any pupils. And but I just think they look stupid when I draw them, so I don't. And I know I need to. Yeah. I also added a background on this one because this one has no background because I focused so much on doing the shading I did was a was like huge for me. I was really experimenting with shading when I first did this drawing. I did it in black and white first and then added colors afterwards, which was like a technique that someone else said and I hated it, but I thought it looked really cool. But I had a hard time doing colors after that. But it was cool. Yeah. There's not much else I hate and we're about to get rid of that reference in a second, so I'm just gonna move myself back. Hi, I'm back. Oh, perfect timing. Um, One thing that I tried utilizing in this newer drawing is the models from Clip Studio Paint. Um, and there I forgot to record, and I was doing some line art. Great. Um, I'll get to that in a second. Um, the models for Clip Studio Paint, really cool. I had a lot of fun experimenting with it, and I think it doesn't work for me a lot of the time because I like drawing while having more freedom with bodies. So if I want to make someone thicker or very proportionately to size because they're a cartoon character, I mean it's more for like more anatomically that word more for anatomically correct drawings, and so I tried on this one, and the first one was going for anatomically correct. I cannot say that word. I'm sorry. Um, but yeah, I couldn't go. I was going for that in the original one, so I figured I might as well try with the models on this drawing and see how that worked. And I liked it. I thought it was cool, but I would like more room for my cartoon style to show out a little bit. I feel like it put too much human into it. Normally, my style is like a mix of like it's like a semi realistic, semi anime, semi cartoon. It's like a mix of all three because I've taken it from everywhere. And but yeah, um, I didn't show the colors of the line art. That is also something I've been working on recently, and I've been really enjoying it. I've had a lot of fun with coloring the line art, and it's very tedious, but I feel like it yields an amazing result. And yeah, it just looks really cool. And now I'm just trying to figure out where the shading is. And let me tell you, I messed up. This was like the biggest thing that I hated, not that I hated, but that I have changed since drawing 4 years ago was the shading. And I got so frustrated with my shading this time around that I just didn't shade it how I shade it normally nowadays. And it frustrated me a lot. Um, I don't remember why. I'll probably see why in this process. But I'm not even seeing myself color picking colors at all. I probably like started color picking and then was like, these colors don't look good and I don't know what I'm doing. So I just did it. But I didn't do it correctly, and you'll see later on like the shading doesn't do it justice. It looks like I just got tired of it and just did one single color that was not black and not white. Well, I mean it will go there, but it's not right now. Maybe I can't even see what I'm doing right now. Anyway, I love Melody's shirt in this one. I liked the little texture of the lines. And I like how they're holding like a phone and they're semi popping out of the phone and the background's supposed to be like circus balls and stuff. I worked really hard on the hands holding the phone, and I feel like I could have done better on Kuromi's hand this time because it was so much better in the previous one. It wasn't like better, but it was better. I feel like this is how I draw hands now, and the other one felt more, I guess, what's the word? Like, I draw hands more chubby now. I draw based off of my hands, and my hands are chubby. And the other one was not chubby at all. It was very straight line hand. And, I mean, it's a cute style, and I loved it. But I don't draw that like that anymore. I feel like I've been more loose with my hands now. And I've been a lot better at drawing hands, I feel like. But also, that was not a good example. And I honestly don't know what I'm doing right now. So I'm just gonna, like, pause and come back. Alright, so that was, like, a very long segment of me just trying to figure out how to do colors and how to make it look right, but it still doesn't end up looking right. And I don't like how it turned out, really, with the shading. I like how it turned out in every other way but the shading. And the shading looks fine, but it's not how I draw it now. But anyway, this is the final result. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.